The fact that the cinema as we know, the theaters as we know them haven't really changed all these years doesn't mean that they're not for young people. So streaming is a way to introduce them to Kieslowski or, art house. And it's a way to make them love it and make them come back to the cinema.
If you release a classic movie that people might not be aware of, or a small audience might be aware of, suddenly to more people this is appealing again, do you know?
Totally, and I actually was going to say that your question is the heart of our business. We are there to find the audience, we're there to encourage and strengthen the film enthusiast audience, the film loving audience, and to grow that audience. Because growing that audience means we grow our industry, we grow our market. So how we do that? By building our brands, by good marketing, by giving value to being part of it, by trying to be the one who is talked about. If everybody's talking about Cinobo or Filmin, then a film that is smaller and usually goes unnoticed can get a chance to get noticed. And I actually have a great example of that, which is a film that is a super strange case scenario. It's called Magnetic Fields by Noschis, which is basically like a film that cost 8K to make in production, and it's shot on a mini DV camera. It's quite experimental, but actually very sweet and very appealing to could appeal to a broader audience. This film would normally do 1,000 admissions in cinemas, but because Cinobo distributed it and found the right strategy for it, and Cinobo put its seal of approval on it, that nearly reached admissions of Dogtooth, of Lanthimos. So it's like, which was in Cannes, you know what I mean? So
it won the prize, the award for the best picture of the Greek Academy, maybe. Did this one Magnetic Fields? Or it was awarded
of the Greek Film Academy.
Yeah.
But I mean, these awards are.
Okay. It's not like Goya's in Spain.
It's not very big in Greece. It's not very big in Greece.
Because we also acquired it.
But we do also find, like, one of our main goals is to bring the younger audience, to show them that art house is not just for old people. The fact that the cinema as we know, the theaters as we know them haven't really changed all these years doesn't mean that they're not for young people. So streaming is a way to introduce them to Kieslowski or, art house. And it's a way to make them love it and make them come back to the cinema.
Now, Mathias, how often do you get that request, help us reach those young people, and what do you go to? Is it all about TikTok these days, or what's...
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
No, honestly, TikTok for us, like, I think 2.5 years ago, we had never done a campaign on TikTok. Nowadays, I think we do all our campaigns. Of course, not like business-to-business campaigns, but any kind of audience, we do a lot on TikTok. TikTok is great.
Does it involve dances? Like I hear a big on TikTok? No.
TikTok is not anymore just a platform about dance, but TikTok is much cheaper than Meta. So if you advertise on TikTok, you can actually get much more reach than if you advertise on Instagram or on Facebook. And the TikTok algorithm somehow works much better. For us, it has happened it has only happened on TikTok that some of our videos become really viral. Like we had a release in Austria of a documentary about people with Down syndrome. And we did like this video where we just took like pieces where they explain in their terms what it is to live with and we put like a text appearing to what they say so you can watch it without sound. And we ended up having 3 million views, Of course, they were not all in Austria, but a part was in Austria. And since we were working for the film in Austria, they were very happy about that. And this is because the algorithm is a bit different on TikTok. But of course, if you go on those channels, you need to understand the language, And if you show like a 2.5-minute trailer that starts with 5 logos appearing like that, people have already gone somewhere else. You still publish it in 16:9, which, on a phone is not going to look like anything. No, but that's super important, So understand the language. We were working on this film called Reinas that premiered at Sundance. It's a film about Peru. It's a drama, Peru in the 90s. It's not fun, but we decided to do like a double interview with the 2 young actresses for TikTok, you know, like when they're interviewing each other and they say, oh, we're asking them a quiz, like, which of you is going to become a Hollywood star? Which of you was late on set? And they're answering, you know, it's very funny format. That's what happens. That's what works on TikTok. So it's also like, think about your language, but also think about the platform, think about your film, but think about like the language of the platform you go on and translate, you know, your film into that language.
Yeah,
or get an agency like us that can do it for you.
Yeah, I love the idea of having fun, even if it's maybe a serious movie. You know, reach a different audience.